Welcome back to Sea Encounters Battleships, and we are back at this fleet defense with featuring Jimmers, the Jimmers fleet, and what we've got here is Velocitas Eradico battleship. Really nice design. I really like it. Unique turret design. As we can see, there is a railgun sabot rounds being shot. I think it's unique for the tournament. We've got some potent torpedoes and the secondaries. So the railguns are 400 millimeters, 40 component ones. And I think there is some flak cannons as well to add to the sabot repertoire. Alright, and we also have a cool looking Morse Volant corvette with some guns in super position. And finally, we've got Vespertito, planes. How on earth? Okay, Vespertito planes that have been just destroyed by the magnetic torpedoes from the main ship. So that's really interesting. Or what was their maybe these were their own torpedoes. I'm not really sure, but looks like the magnets they just have enough energy to come up from the water and actually hit it. So oh my god, they didn't manage to actually land the strike. But the design of those planes are really great, great looking planes. I think the nicest one I've seen so far. All right, let's see what our little strike force is doing. Sending lots of torpedoes. The torpedo boats are on approach as usual, forming a line. Hopefully they won't bump into each other again. Corvettes, frigates, they are under fire. Those high-speed shells, they should not really have a major issue hitting them. However, as always with sabot, I think the trade-off is that they don't really have so much damaging potential. So they need to pen something important, disable some guns to do their job, but the speed and accuracy is of course there. Okay, it's our little corvette also trying to engage the targets, but it's listing quite heavily to the side, so it might have some issues bringing the guns to bear. And how about the main battleship? Looks like it took quite some damage from the frigate, I suppose. Yeah, I think it's mainly frigates. At least this is what I believe is the case. Yeah, it looks like it's a bit allergic to hash, especially the superstructure. Okay, so 10% of health already lost for Velocitas Eradico. And yeah, looks like those torpedoes are also starting to land. They are just barely in range, but some manage already to hit the target. What what's the situation with the strike force? Again, it looks like it's holding its own. I think that the only thing is damage right now is significantly is one of the submarines. Not sure what hit it. Was it a super cavitation round or anything like that? Let's have a quick look. Okay, yeah, it's close to surface for some reason. Maybe just ate some shell, some random shell. Something is to damage. I hope it's not the battleship. No, it's still holding, but yeah, it looks like it's taking more and more damage. Okay, the planes are approaching. It looks like the survivability on the planes have been quite good, so I can see a lot of bombs being dropped. Lots and lots of bombs and some torpedoes as well. However, several bombers have already been disabled, have already been taken care of, so it doesn't look that bad. Another torpedo volley. Yeah, with this rate of bombs being dropped, it's going to be really tough for the battleship to survive. But yeah, I think it's built in a very sturdy way. It's seems to be relatively compact, and apart from the support structure, I think that it's mainly built out of alloy and metal, basically. So seems to be able to absorb a lot of HE shells. Yeah, but both submarines have been destroyed. So now it's mainly the corvettes, torboats, and planes trying to finish off the Velocitas. And what's the situation with our corvette? Okay, is it lost somewhere? Maybe it managed to drop some payload. I'm not sure. No, I don't think that it's got. Does it have any kind of? No, it's not armed with any torpedoes or depth charges. So yeah, and we've got our poor little plane, or what's remained from it. Okay, so 6.5 minutes into the match, and our battleship is just below 80%. Not bad, but I think right now it's mainly about the survival. Can it survive another 8 minutes or so? 9 minutes. Yeah, that's a big question. Okay, it seems that some of the planes have been disabled still. Does it have some kind of AA capability still? Yeah, I think sabot secondaries, they are still able to shoot from time to time. So yeah, they are giving some sporadic salvos at the planes. and still trying to snipe. Okay. Bombs are dropping, shells are flying and landing. 76% for the Velocitas Eradico. Yeah, I wonder what could have happened if those planes have survived. They might have added some additional firepower to the fleet. But now the Corvette have closed in, so I think it's starting to be a factor in the game. These seem to be flak guns, so yeah, they can definitely change the complexion of this airstrike. Yeah, these are flak, so I think that the planes are going to be cleared, but is it going to be come back in time? You know, is it going to be fast enough to get rid of those planes to save the battleship? Let's see. I think that it should have no problems with dealing with the remaining plane. Yeah, it's just a matter of 1 or 2 shells. Yeah, and here it is. It's been eradicated. Yeah, I think it's a pity it wasn't present in the neighborhood for the entire time. And oh no, is it again those torpedoes? Yeah, which took out the planes. I'm afraid that it could be the case. Or maybe not. Yeah, I think it's still shooting those torpedoes. Okay. I think the Corvette might have just saved the battleship from the main threat, which were the planes. And now the battleship can try to finally snipe those corvettes and torpedo boats. Looks like this frigate is, yeah, it's got a lot of holes poked into it, but I think, as you can see, there seems to be no like critical damage. So I think that's the downside of the shell, that it can pierce, but overall damage is not that great. And some of the shells can still bounce off of an angled target. You know, as you can see, this secondaries, they are landing shots, but it's just not enough. Those frigates are pretty tanky for their size. Okay, let's come back to our battleship, which is at 74%. So without those planes, we can immediately see that the rate of decay of the battleship has really dropped. Now it's losing just a couple of maybe 1%, 2% per minute, so it's not that bad anymore. But yeah, there are still torpedoes from the torpedo boats, and as I think that the battleship is pretty much stationary right now, or almost stationary. I think that those torpedoes have a better chance of actually hitting. Small fractals are still flying from the torpedo boats. They are really just to harass. They don't have too much firepower. But the hash rounds, on the other hand, they are, I think, they have still quite significant damage potential. %74 still. Okay, you can see some good secondary hits, good hits from the frigates and corvettes. But you know, this is now nothing really major. They might be able to disable some of the guns, but nothing more. So where's Moore's Volant? Let's try to find it. Okay, it's here. It's trying to engage, I think mainly the torpedo boats. Okay, it's landing, but of course the flag is not really that potent against bigger craft, so it might make a side black, maybe, but it will take some time until it's going to land. But we've got ram in progress. Yeah, good ram. Self damage. Right, let's see if these would be able to ride themselves up. Looks like indeed this is the case. So back to the torpedo duty. Okay, I must really say that the survivability on the guns is quite amazing. With the amount of damage that these have eaten, it's really a miracle that they still stay up. And alright, this is time. I think that, yeah, this was a really tough battle for the Jimmer's fleet. And I think we can say the same for the Strike Force, because both have taken a lot of damage. So the Jimmer's fleet is at 74% and the Strike Force is at 37%. So thank you very much for watching and see you next time.